What up, everybody? My name is Chan Daly, and today I'm going to be talking about how to grow through a heartbreak. Okay, so if you are like me, you have probably gotten your heart broken a few times. I swear it's probably happened to me about 3 times in my life, and that's pretty good considering I have dated a good number of people. But through every experience, I've learned something completely different. And this year, especially, when I tell you especially, you know how people repeat words. Now, especially this year, I have, I went through a really bad heartbreak. And it wasn't even the person. I just think it was the mindset that I had in the moment that really messed me up. So basically, I got into a situation with a person, um, and he was very transparent about what he wanted from the very beginning. He was just like, "Hey, just want to be friends. I'm only looking for friends." I don't really think he really believed in monogamy like that. He didn't believe in relationships. He was one of those people that are like, "Oh, I just want companions, somebody to do something cool with." And to me, that seemed like the ideal situation because I wasn't really looking for anything as well because I'm a pretty busy person. And I didn't see myself being in a relationship. So, me and this person, we're getting to know each other, we're vibing, and all of a sudden, boom, I catch feelings. And once I catch feelings, it's just, you got me. Like, baby boy, I don't know why you are in my feelings right now. I need you to back away, but come here. It might be Simone voice. So, yada yada yada. This person literally became my night and day. Did not know who I was without this person, which was crazy because this was not the type of person that was a good person, if that makes sense. I have a thing, or I had a thing for falling for people that needed a lot of fixing. So this was one of my quicker fixer-uppers. And I found that, I really learned through this whole situation that I couldn't change this person, even though I was trying to change. And every single time I would just get disappointed. But through that disappointment, through that heartache, I learned some big life lessons and I've been talking to a few of my friends about this, and they learned lessons at different points in their lives that were kind of similar to mine. So I just want to talk about how to grow through some heartbreak. So once you get your heart broken, and you know that you can't be with the person that you really like slash love, then you have to figure out what you're going to do to move on to the next person or through a stage of singleness, because I do believe that you can thrive in your singleness. And I think that the first thing is just to really um, accept that the situation is over and don't be afraid to see your part in it, because I think that we often blame the other person, but at some points throughout me and this person's situationship, I was like crazy. I was a crazy person, and I was a little clingy, and blah blah blah, whatever. Um, but yeah, it was. That's what I learned. Is like sometimes you have to take responsibility so that whenever you're in your next situation, you don't do the same things over and over again. Because I saw a cycle from like my last few people where it was just like, dang, I did this and it translated to them acting like this. So now that I'm in a new situation, I'm kind of evaluating myself more, taking a step back, and try not to react to everything. Sometimes I just have to give it a day or a few hours to meditate and marinate and to think about it and to run across and run by a few people before I start to even talk to the other person. So I say that as you're trying to grow, make sure that you're taking responsibility for your own actions, because that's where true change starts to happen. Another thing is, even though you have to take responsibility for it, sometimes the other person's just tripping. So I wouldn't say to start looking negatively on you and your actions until you have holistically viewed the situation. So what I did was I wrote down all of the shit that he did, all the shit that I did, and I was just like, okay, where did it go wrong? And I saw that, even though I did some stuff, that other person definitely did some stuff too. So, as much as you're blaming yourself or as much as you're taking responsibility for your own actions, because I don't think the blame is the right word, I think that you should also acknowledge that sometimes people just do some fucked up shit and you have to accept that. I think that whenever I was getting to my situation, I was um, doing more for the other person than they were doing for me. And I think that at this point in my life, if you're not giving me the energy that I'm giving you, I'm not gonna be attracted to you because I had to go through that experience to learn that. So I think that if you're in a situation and you're trying to grow from a situation or grow past a situation, whenever you get into a new thing, make sure that person is giving to you as much as you are giving to them. Because I think that, especially me, I got into a deadly cycle where I really like to chase and I really like a person not really paying me attention or playing hard to get. And then it became more about the chase and less about the person. So I was really liking the thrill of the chase versus the actual person. Because now I look back at this boy and I'm just like, wait, I didn't even like you like that. I liked the chase of you. So I think that that's important. It's just to realize that I say don't get caught up in the chase. Um, what is something else? Make sure that you're good before you get into something. Whenever I was talking to the last somewhat serious situationship that I was in, I was just not in a good place. I just overcame depression. So I really should have just been investing in my mental health, but that person became my escape and became my happiness in a lot of different ways because I couldn't get that from my own self. So then it was just kind of unhealthy because I would try to talk to this person or try to be with this person to make me happy, and that should never be the case. So now I'm in a new situation, and I'm very happy, and I'm very good by myself. And this guy is just an addition to that. I mean, and I think that that's how it should be. I think that Beyonce said it best in Me, Myself, and I. Whenever she was on the Run tour, she was talking about, you know, the most important relationship that you'll have in this life is a relationship with yourself. Everybody else is just an addition. And when I tell you that is Bible, that is Bible. And you should really follow that piece of advice. Beyonce always holds it down. Once somebody shows you who they are, ooh, this is so cliche, but it hits me every time. Once somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Like, that's all I gotta say about that. So that there was so many times where a person just showed me who they were, and I would make excuses for them and do all this stuff, and every single time they would make me feel the same exact way. And at one point, I just had to accept, hey, this is this person. You knew what you were getting yourself into, and you let it drag on. If you were to nip it in the bud whenever you first started getting upset by this person, then you wouldn't be as upset as you are now. So I think that oftentimes we try to hold on to this fantasy of who this person could be, especially if you're somebody that likes to change people. But sometimes people are just people, and it takes a lot to change a person. So don't take on that burden to try to change someone who doesn't want to change. It's always a big deal when you break up with someone. It's like, oh my gosh, I just lost the love of my life. Am I ever gonna find somebody that likes me that I like? I tell you, the dating game is hard. It's hard. I get so tired of having the same conversations with people over Tinder, these apps like the League. I'm done with it. Like, it's hard to actually care about the same conversation that you're having with every other guy. So, um, I think that you should keep in mind that if it doesn't work out, that there are literally millions and millions and millions of other people that are attracted to your beautiful ass. So don't worry, because you'll find somebody. I remember my last thing, I was just like, oh my gosh, somebody's gonna like me, blah, blah. And like, not to toot my own horn, but I mean, now I'm in a position where, you know, if I needed to have options, I could have options. So I think that you should have the same outlook. It's just, if you go through a heartbreak and you don't feel like you're going to find somebody else, you will, because that's just how big the world is. And to be honest, you will find somebody better, better and better and better until you find the one. Because I am a hopeless romantic. I believe in finding the one. I believe in love. What makes us human is that we have that hope. And when you lose that hope, you are no longer human. Okay, that's enough. Well, that's all the advice that I have for you. And as you can tell, I'm trying to get back into this YouTube game. I'm going to be trying to upload more and more often because I really enjoy making videos, but I've just been through a pretty traumatic couple of months, and I'm just getting back on my feet, just becoming more happy and in a healthy thing right now. So I'm more energized to go out and create content, and I'm always trying to find sources of inspiration. So if you have any video ideas that you want to see me do, comment below. Alright, thank you so much and have a great day. See you soon.